Alright, I think I'm back now. Sorry I had to cut out again, so I'm still trying to figure out how to use all this, and my comic software kind of errored out. Um, Not exactly sure why. But I think we're good. Alright. Alright, so my next thing. Let's continue going. We'll do a few more, and then we'll do an upload. Alright, next series we have, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this Mary Jane series. I bought it because there was a few minutes where I was buying up there they are right there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There was a few minutes where I got into like the whole Mary Jane loves Peter Parker, the ones that Terry Moore did. So then I went back and bought some of these other Mary Jane series. Wasn't overall that into it, but you know, as someone who just loves comics, it's I don't generally turn away much. All right, let's see. Here else we got. We got Marvel Your Universe. Okay, Marvel Your Universe Saga. Okay, I think this was a free. Yep, right here. It's another freebie. Let's add it. So far, all this has been pretty easy, but we have some interesting stuff coming up here in the box here soon. Marvel Adventures Spider-Man. Alright, we got here, it looks like we got... Oh, wait a minute. I have something weird here that I may have to... Boom, yep. So, this is an example of a weird one that I'm going to have to do. This is Marvel Adventure Spider-Man number 41, just like what's shown here. The only difference is this is the standard direct edition. The one in my hand right here is the newsstand edition. On these later newsstand editions, these are a little harder to tell, but they have a very different barcode. As you can see, the barcode right here. This is the standard direct edition UPC. This one is actually quite a bit different. And one of the things is I don't know how well you can read that or not, but here, let's flip over to full cam. Okay. Yeah, it's still a little hard to read, huh? It's a very different number, but also where it normally says direct edition, it actually just says the name of the comic again. That says MVL Marvel ADV Adventures Spider-Man, right? So this is a newsstand edition comic. And that is something that, again, collectors here is highly lacking. And when they do have them, a lot of times they're labeled incorrectly. You'll see stuff like people say, like in the 90s when they would have either the barcode or the little picture, you'd see people say like, no UPC, or some stupid crap like that. Or sometimes people will be like, oh, the one with the picture's the first print, and the one without it's a second print. It's like, no, that's not true. A vast majority of the comics that didn't have a second print of that era. So there's a lot of errors. So here's what I do in this one. This is actually kind of a pro tip. If you're going to add a comic that's pretty much an exact duplicate of one that already exists, here's what I do. I'll add this one comic. But see, I don't want this direct edition. I want to duplicate it and then delete this one. The reason I do that is when I duplicate it, as opposed to just editing that one entry, is this becomes 0. This comic ID with the core, which means that it'll register this as a new comic as opposed to editing one that already exists. We're going to call this the newsstand edition. Everything else should do. Sometimes the cover price, especially on later newsstands, here's an exact example. The cover price is different. The newsstand is $3.99, where the direct edition was $2.99, and then the barcode's different. So 0744703421609. Okay. All right. Everything else should be the same. The only difference is the cover. Now here's the hard part. If there's like the difference between the picture and the UPC, I'll usually upload a new cover. For these, it's so negligible. A lot of times I won't. It's so hard to find online a copy of this cover. It'll be nearly impossible, to be honest, because no one has this comic. This is going to be a super rare comic. What I will do sometimes, though, is actually go in and browse this image. Now let's go into something like Paint. Actually, we'll go browse. Okay. Where is it? Normally we jump to it. Oh, I didn't jump to it. All right. Well. Oh my gosh. This is making it way harder than it needs to be. I wish it would highlight it. All right. And this is why it's been taking me forever to actually get a lot of these done, because there's a lot of fixing like this that needs to be done. Here we go. Let's edit it. Okay. What I'm going to do primarily is just block out the direct edition and the barcode to make sure that people understand this is not the same comic. The UPC looks different. Oh my gosh, now we're getting text messages left and right. Oh my gosh, my phone's blowing up. Okay. Sorry. A lot of that is a Google Voice from my son who's on the phone. Let's actually go view. Zoom in. Okay. We're going to go here. We're going to make a black box. We're just going to block out the direct edition. Except for that sucks. There we go. All right. Let's change that back to white. And change this one to white. And this is just essentially, I'm doing this because I don't have a picture of the UPC. I'm not going to take a picture of the, at least not anytime soon. I do have plans to go back and edit these, but I want it to be signified that this is not the same cover. And what we do is we're going to pull that, and as you can see now it's different, and now I'm going to upload that. Submit it. Submit to core. And of course, we're submitting a new comic this time. This comic will be newly inserted because this is a newsstand edition. Submit. Cool. That's all there is to that. Whether they'll accept it in any kind of timely fashion, that's another question for CLZ. Let's go back now. I have more Adventures of Spider-Man's, and I think all the rest are direct editions. So we have 42. I got 43 direct edition. 44. Then I have a different Marvel Adventures here. So let's add those. This is Marvel Adventures Superheroes featuring Spider-Man. Marvel Adventures Superheroes, probably this one right here. Number 1, yep, there it is. Plus Hulk and Iron Man. Alright. There we go. That's all good. quick and easy when everything's direct edition and the database is correct. It takes a long time when it isn't. Alright, here's something fun. Okay, these are Marvel Ages. Marvel Age books. Okay. Let's go. This is a good one right here, actually. This is the number 90. This is a Todd McFarlane cover of Spider-Man. That's a good one. Listen. Alright, so number 90. I have, these are out of order. Okay, I have number 54. Take a look at that and make sure. Yep. Okay. I have a number 83. Sorry, got distracted. Was trying to tell who's doing this cover. Can you tell? Alright, and then I have a number 86, which has a burn cover. Wow, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and add those. Nothing wrong with those additions. We got some more here. Now, here's another thing that CLZ is missing a lot. This is actually a sealed polybag comic. And sometimes they have the difference between the polybag version or not. Sometimes they don't, and I have to fix them as I go along. So this is a direct edition. This is Marvel Age number 118 right here. As you can see, they have a standard edition here. They do not have the polybagged version, so this is one that I'm going to add. Okay. And then we are going to duplicate again because we're creating a new entry for this edition. Polybagged. Right there. Okay. Everything else is the same. It's the exact same comic, but one is sealed in a polybag, one isn't. So that's all there is to that. Let's upload it. Okay. Newly inserted. Everything is the same cover. Cool. That was actually a quick and easy one. Alright. Back to work here. Alright, we got another Marvel Age. This is a different one though. This is a Marvel Age Spider-Man number 1. This is a different edition, or a different volume. Marvel Age Spider-Man, I think it's this one. Number 1A. There's also a free comic book day edition. I don't think that's what I have. Yeah, that is not. I have the standard direct edition one. So let's add that in. Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. Alright. I have this series, Marvel Apes. Marvel Apes, which of course have like a million different covers because Marvel's annoying. Okay, we have a number 0A with an Arthur Adams cover. We have a number 1A. Yep. Okay. I have a number 2. Probably A. Yep. John Watson cover. And we have a number 3A. Another the standard John Watson cover. And a number 4. This one. Add all 5 of those. Okay. Put those in the box. There. A couple of one-shots here. A couple more Marvel Apes one-shots. This is Marvel Apes, The Amazing Spider-Monkey Special. There it is. Direct edition, all good. Okay. Then this one is Marvel Apes Grunt Line. Another one-shot from that era. Gruntline Special. See, here's an example. Someone wrote first edition. Was there a second edition? If there's not, then there's no reason to put first edition. It's just a waste of time. See, direct edition, blah, blah, blah. So, unclear why that's here. Well, we will go ahead and add that. There I go. Those are in the database. Alright, what time is it? Okay, I'll do a few more. Oh, yeah. Marvel Comics reprint. The Marvel Comics #1. Let me take a look at this. This is great. I love this stuff, man. Marvel Comics #1. This is the 70th anniversary edition reprint. Anytime you can get these old reprints, get them, because they're great. Marvel Comics. Here's where it gets a little problematic. It's not the 70th. I do have that, but that's not what this is. Marvel Comics. Okay, I'm going to have to search this by barcode, because Marvel Comics is just far too broad of a title. 759660667280011. There it is. Marvel Comics 1B. Yep, that's it. Add it. This one I probably bought for cover price, $4.99, when it was brand new. Almost guaranteed that's what I did. Confident enough to put it in the database. Okay. Alright, next we have a Marvel Comics Presents. This is number 31. This is a newsstand edition. Here's another thing that, okay, really interesting, that a lot of people don't understand or aren't as savvy with the newsstand editions. Okay, let me pull this out. So this doesn't have any of the symbols that a normal newsstand edition person, collector. Look. Okay, this picture here, this is a direct edition picture, and the way that you know this one is, see right up here. See that little CC with a number? Here, let's go full screen on that. Okay, CC, that's the distributor of the newsstand comic. You will never see that on a direct edition comic, at least not that I'm aware of. But also, when you go look at the back, it does have a standard UPC on the back for a newsstand edition. So this is one I will have to do a little bit of work on here. Okay, let's add it. I did not pay $4.99 for this book. I probably paid 50 cents somewhere. We're going to duplicate that. Then we're going to delete that one. You know what? What was that other newsstand 41? Was that the only other one I added? Yeah, and then the polybagged. Okay, just making sure I didn't forget to delete. Alright, so this one, newsstand edition. We're going to add the newsstand barcode number, 07148602214531. Now I'm going to see if I can find this cover. I might be able to. Nope. Nope.
Boys, you guys are right on top of me.
It's close enough. Not too worried about it. Marvel Comics Presents, this volume 1 is sometimes it throws off your search. Nope. There's that. That's what I need, is that little CC right there.
If Jesse switched into Isaiah,
But I wish I had a full picture of the cover. It's okay. It's not. It's close enough. I'm not too worried about it in this case. So. Submit. Alright, submitted that change. Okay. Alright, I think that's going to be it for now. Let's go ahead and upload. I have mine set to only upload when I tell it to. The reason for that is because otherwise it sometimes creates errors while I'm working. My database is getting rather large, and sometimes it creates and slows down everything. So we're going to go ahead and sync changes. You'll notice that we have our 32 adds and 3 removals, so we're actually only adding 29 comics in the end. The reason for these 3 removals, though, is because of those ones that I added and then deleted. That's something that could probably be fixed in their database. To be honest, they should get to where if I've added and deleted it and there's been no changes, then why are we adding it and deleting it in the cloud database? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But let's go ahead and upload those quickly. And that way I can make sure that my phone is up to date. My phone's version of it.
Because he raged. Yes, he raged. Don't kill me yet, boy.
You might hear my son playing Fortnite in the back.
We can use any
He's going to town on that. He loves talking with his friends. Alright. I know I'm the one who likes comic books, and he's the one who likes Fortnite, and he's the cooler one. Sorry, comic books are better. Alright, just about done. We'll go ahead and view the collection in the cloud too, so if you're interested. My collection is public. You can view it. I like having it set up in case anyone's interested in buying or trading. Right now my database is at 4,700 comics. As you can see here, some of them, the database is a little wonky because some of it, like here, these are the exact same comic, but it shows as 2 separate because in my personal organization I have them in 2 separate files, so it shows up as 2 separate comics. One I've placed in one box, one I've placed in a different box, so it shows up separate. The other thing that it'll do that for is, again, trying to think of other examples. No, I have a number of them like that, but usually it's, yeah, because they're 2 different. Here's one where I have...
Now I'm ready. What?
Not too sure why those ones. I must have them in 2 different locations. One is in box number 5, and one is in box number 14. Yep. So again, 2 separate locations on those. So while I've gone through this, I've numbered all my boxes, so I know every box that every comic is in. They're not all in order, unfortunately, but they are. I do know where they all are, so that once I get around to doing the organization aspect of it. I have a lot of bone. I have a complete run of that stuff. Of course, here we go. Liefeld's Captain America, his big bulky. Where's that? They're pretty hilarious. Look at these. Like, I don't know what's going on with Cap's legs. Or his weird jawline here. Alright. But yeah, you can view my collection if you're interested. I'm always open to buy, sells, trades. So if there's anything you want, feel free to reach out. Alright, well, that's going to wrap me up. I got to get dinner going. I'll probably try to stream a little bit like this as I go through my collection every so often. So if you like it, let me know if you have any issues with the CLZ program. This is the Collectorz. I got 19.07. This is on Windows. I like using the actual software as opposed to the web interface. and I like using this as opposed to the app. I use the app just for being able to view my collection. Like if I go to a comic shop, I know what I have or don't have. That I like the app for. Apart from that, I don't like using it to try to organize because it's very prohibitive. It's good just for seeing a quick reference to what I have or don't, though. So, cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut out. Thanks again. Make sure to follow me here on my YouTube, on my Twitter, Golden Boy Photo 1 or Golden State Comics, where I pretty much just retweet cool comic art and talk shit about the big two and the way that they screw over retailers every chance I get. So if you like any of that, make sure to give that a follow. I also have a podcast where I talk about California history. I'm a photographer and history buff, so if you want to check that out, you can check that out. Just search for I Love You California podcast and you'll find it. So we're going to go ahead and hop off. Thanks, guys.